ahead.
Good evening. Hi, so my name is Leo. I'm a realtor. I represent my tenant, my client right here. James Owen is the architect, but he's unavailable today, so I'm subbing in. So I'll do the best I can. So the first thing that we're seeking is the preliminary and final subdivision plan approval for the former McDonald's building. We wanted to convert it into a nail salon spa. And the second is the variance for relief of 31 parking spots. Currently, there's 53 existing, but the code is requiring 84. We want to be able to relieve the 31. That's, that's extra that the code is requiring us.
Okay, let me ask here real quickly. I know the building that you're going into. I know what you're changing it off to.
Yes.
It doesn't look like you're expanding the building in size. You're going to deal with the existing structure.
Yes, that's right.
So the question before us is the change in parking. It's not the change in use of that building.
Okay.
Is that correct? That's how I say it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're looking for a variance in the parking, and you said 84, I believe?
It was, yes, 84 required, but we have 50, we have 53 right now.
Okay. And just for you, and I don't think it matters, I counted them. I could have counted them wrong, but I came up with 52. I didn't come up with 53.
Okay.
And oh, by the way, 17 and 18 is 35, and another 8 on that is another 7 is going to be 52.
52, okay.
It doesn't matter. What you're looking for is, tell me, you're looking for using the existing spaces that are there right now.
Yes, that's correct.
Are you going to do any changes to the outside of the building?
There will be some facelift on the building, yes.
Okay, it's not in your plans, what do you?
Okay, so we just, the power washing on the existing exterior, that's about it, that's all we're doing.
There's a lot of graffiti, I noticed.
Yes, so we're cleaning it up.
Okay. All right.
And what you're going to do there is primarily just nails and pedicures and that type thing?
Yes, that's correct.
Waxing. Okay, and waxing. Waxing. Got it. Aaron, anything other than just the parking places then?
Nope, I'm going to be talking to Fenderson. For some reason all the light poles were removed, so they're going to have to replace, they're going to have to put up some light poles for lighting and stuff. But that's all, nothing to do with site plan.
Have you purchased the property or are you renting?
We're renting.
Yeah, it's still the same owners. It's basically a change of use, but also because of it being under personal services is where it kicks in with the amount of parking spots that's needed. When we looked at that, we were surprised at how many parking spots our code requires.
Right, why?
That's another one of those codes that were written probably.
Did you count 53 or did I count it wrong or?
I think you might have counted it wrong, but that's okay.
You might go through and add those numbers that have been there.
No,
I got glasses.
yeah. But yeah, it's so it's just because of the way the code was written.
Yep.
A while ago.
So how many people will be working here at one time?
So we're gonna have 12.
12?
Yes, no more than 12.
And then what are the hours of operation?
Normal hours, 9 hours.
Okay.
9 hours to 10 hours.
So like,
What hours of the day?
9:30 to 7.
9:30 to 7 o'clock.
okay.
Is there an estimation as to how long it'll take to do the renovations?
大概多久？
大概有三个月到4个月。
3 to 4 months.
So opening would be when? Maybe?
I want to say June, July.
Got it.
5月到6月。
And they will be pulling permits for, interior remodel, and that's already been discussed with them. Because it's going to be obviously an extensive interior remodel.
Right.
And they've already done the roof, not them, but the Henderson, the owners of the building have already done the roofing, so they've already done some upgrades to it.
Any special permits with folks like the county? And what I'm thinking is acetone, denatured alcohol, and some of the other things that might be used, or will be used.
Yeah,
How are you gonna deal with that, whether that's on a,
Jake's also reviewed these, and
who did?
for Jake, because he does, sewer and all that stuff, what's going down. And there's also plans special plans that salons, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought, salons require, so everything's gonna be built per code, so.
So does that
You're gonna-
include, does that include ventilation and
Yes.
stuff like that?
Yep.
And you're gonna look at that as periodically?
Yep.
Got it.
It's part of the job, and then once they're open, and stuff will also fall under the fire marshal to, see what's in there as well, when he does his fire inspections.
So do they have to do any special, I know we talked about venting, but like food service, how they have specifics because of
Like,
certain restaurants?
yeah, like
seem
restaurants
to-
that do grease traps,
Yeah.
not that I'm fully aware of, no, and we did look at all the special, like I said, other than what's spelled out in their plans, that they've, nothing.
I was
nothing
just
more than
thinking
what
of
they've spelled
odors
out.
that would be coming from the building, that's all.
Yeah. We just there's several salons,
Right?
stuff that are already around, it's the same that they have.
And I don't know whether you discharge or not to the sewer, but you'd have to do it within compliance of the Monroe County.
Yes, of
Okay.
course, yes.
Your client has one other one of these
Yes,
in Fairport?
yes, one half, yes,
Similar?
yes.
Anyway, you said like 12 employees,
Yes,
fully, maybe a manager. You got 34 retail spots, so to speak, pedicures and waxing, manicures, that's 34. So even if this building was fully occupied, that's 46 people. And if everybody drives themselves,
Right.
that's 46 cars. You still got 53 spots.
Plus,
People-
already, but plus employees.
Right,
I think they're gonna
52.
drive, I think they're gonna drive through and stick their arm out.
Are you counting the 12 employees?
Yes, I got the employees, I got fully occupied chairs. If every chair or seat is occupied and you got 2 waxers, you
And
got,
whether you got 53 or 52 spots.
I think,
53.
plus, there's no way we're gonna have that much
I
overlap.
counted 52.
You got plenty of parking.
I used to slide a little.
I can't see 3 spots per man. I'm good.
Well, that's what exists on the books right now.
Right.
What we're moving, or what we're being asked to provide,
Variance.
is a variance for it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good with that.
So there's more seats than workers? I mean, I've never been in one of these trains before. So, I
We have
have no clue how.
no
I just,
clue.
I do my own research. And so, is it, you're doing one job or one part of the procedure, and then the person's sitting there, and then they're working on somebody else at another time?
yes, that's
Is
correct.
that how it works?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you have to let the
Yeah,
jail.
it's separate line,
Yes,
essentially.
exactly, yes.
These are your sofa seats, these are pedicures.
Okay,
The tables are for the next.
okay, that's nice, thank you. I got it cleared up.
thing I would ask is that if it's approved, we probably ought to have them sign off on this because they haven't signed off yet.
Public
Pardon me?
comments?
Yeah. Okay, let me give any,
Got submitted and nobody told him to sign it.
Oh, yeah.
it was nicely put to me, it really was.
Yeah, he's here, so somebody's here.
We mentioned an opening, Rick Mulder, 20 Elm Street. We mentioned an opening about the 1st of July. Are you aware what your neighbors do on the second week of July?
I do not.
The fireman's tenant of that building used to have several people in their parking lot to keep those spaces open for their company, their own customers, because the second week of July, you can't get near your business because of the carnival.
Thank you. I will note that.
There's a parade on Thursday night, and Friday night, Saturday, even Wednesday night. There'll be thousands of people down riding the rides and eating and all that. It is a very big event.
Thank you.
Any other comments from anyone in the public or in the general public? Okay, make notation that we've done that. And with that, if you have any other comments you can make, otherwise, thank you.
I do not. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. All right, Aaron, whether it's 52 or 53, I don't think it really matters. So what we need then is a motion on the table if we are of the client, well, first of all, do we have any seeker issues associated with this?
This is the,
Type 2.
this is it. They check the box very.
Cool.
But you're, again, Mr. Chairman, your favorite state law is the State Environmental Quality Review Act. Seeker. You gotta do seeker before you can entertain.
I already put it out there in front of them, I mentioned it a minute ago.
So, and this one, thankfully, is a type 2 action because it is the replacement, rehabilitation, or reconstruction of a structure or facility in kind on the same site, including upgrading buildings to meet building, energy, or fire codes. It's not the one for a variance because the general one you can grant. The granting of an area variance is type 2, but only for single family, 2-family, or 3-family residences. So it doesn't fit under that one. But I think it does fit under, it's the same, they're just redoing the inside, you know, the same structure. So it's a type 2.
Just so everybody's aware, my packet is signed, yours is not. So you can.
Son, because you're not, just got it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know what we're talking about. So anyhow, so what we've got then,
Can I make a motion then?
Yes.
well, we gotta go through the seeker.
Yeah, a motion for a seeker. So I make a motion for a type 2 action under seeker with no significant environmental impact.
Okay, we have that motion on the table. Seconded?
I'll second.
Seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Good deal, all right. Now we've got a variance for the parking requirement for the location.
So, and if you want to just quickly again, it's akin to an area variance, and under those 5 factors in 175, 76D, is there gonna be an undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood?
No, it's gonna be exactly the same.
No.
If anything, it'll be better since the building's been empty for so long.
Right.
And then the benefits sought by the applicant can be achieved by some method other than an area variance. Well, there's no room to add any more parking spaces on that parcel. The requested area variance is substantial. Maybe, but that's because.
It's not really substantial, it's no different than what it already exists as.
Well, no.
Maybe we need to look at our
Well,
parking code.
probably if you looked up, I don't know what it is for a restaurant, but is 53 spots meet the code for?
Sufficient.
It probably was sufficient for the other use, restaurant.
Really?
But it's the quirkiness of this code, where 3 persons per chair, which doesn't make any sense, because.
The worker isn't.
So it might be substantial, but it's not the applicant's fault. It's substantial. And so that gets to the, whether it was self-created or not.
No.
No.
It's not.
Yeah.
So what we're looking for then?
All right. I will make a motion to grant a variance for, what do you want to call it?
Equal to the
20.
number of existing parking places that are already there.
What's the difference, 26 spots? Or a motion to accept the variance for this facility to have 26 less spots than required per the code.
Okay, we've got that on the table to accept it as it is.
I'll second it.
Seconded, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? None. Good luck, guys. Well, much good luck.
Yes.
Wait, no,
Huh?
also, even though it wasn't checked under applicant type, but it was advertised as approval of preliminary and site plan approval. Under the code, the new section, any change of use also requires site plan approval from this board, both preliminary and final.
This is the site.
What do we
So we have to make a
do?
motion to accept.
Yeah, preliminary and final. Preliminary and final.
Okay. All right, we're gonna make a motion for that. Okay, so I have to make a motion here for a positive recommendation to accept the preliminary site plan and the final site plan.
Okay, we have a motion on the table to approve it as it is.
I'll second that.
We have a motion to approve, seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Good luck to you, and I apologize.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
All right,
We'll be in touch.
good luck with it.
Reach out to me tomorrow.
I will. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so before we move and before we go anyplace, Aaron or Joe, who's going to take and make sure that the information is sent to the DEC, to the county, and whoever else it has to be sent to.
I'll take care of all that tomorrow.
All right, so you're going to see that it's taken care of as it is. All right? Now, does that mean, today being the 21st, when do we typically know that the county will or will not give us a hands up or a hands down on that?
If it gets close to the date for the cutoff, I can reach out to them and they'll be able to tell me. But normally if it's just a local matter, they normally send it back pretty quick.
And so that means you're going to call them?
The letter is.
If he has to.
And that's going to be for our 16th meeting?
Yeah, as right now, we'll keep it out to the 16th.
Okay, because what that means is that we need advance notice if we're going to change this by a week or some other time.
Right.
And there's nothing else on our agenda for next month at the current time.
There's some inquiries, but not as of right now. So you can paperwork by the 27th, yes, if they don't, then no.
All right. So then we have a meeting then on the 16th. What do we need to do ahead of time before the next one so we don't have a similar situation where we go through a whole lot of different things?
Hopefully they'll provide.
What do you mean?
Yeah, a revised set of plans, right?
Yeah, all their plans will be revised, they were already, they're already notified about what needs to be changed, so they just haven't physically done it.
They're going to provide that to you, you're going to provide that to
Oh,
us
yeah,
in
yeah,
advance.
no, they'll give me all the copies and I'll